being driven.
Exactly.
And living in the high lifestyle, etc., etc. It's just too much to say no to. It's too much to say no to. How? Why would I deny myself? But going back to the biases, there are two things. A lot of people don't like me, and I'm happy to say this on air, all right? A lot of people don't like me because I say it as is, all right? And then they want to look for excuses as to why am I saying it the way it is, and why do I have the courage, or why am I the person I am? And they've got to find reasons to make me look bad in their minds so as not to actually deal with the truth, okay? My work demands that I address everything that comes up for me, because if I do not address it, I cannot do my work. And my work is my life. So my life and my work is one thing, yeah? And so a lot of people don't like me because I really get under their skin.
And so this is now your personal case of bias.
Mm-hmm. I get under their skin, and I bring the mirror right into their face. Like someone says to me, "Oh my God, you're right in my face." And I said, I am right in your face because you can't see yourself. And so here's the mirror. Can you see what you're doing? And 9 out of 10, in fact 9.5 out of 10 of the people I work with are absolutely thankful. Because at the end of the day, let's call a spade a spade. These people are paying me to put the mirror in front of them, right? So if you're paying me, then you have to come to terms with what I'm showing you, right? And I will let you challenge me, and I will let you ask questions, and we will drill and drill and drill to a point where you can't, there's no more denial. It is in your face. Here it is. This is what you are. This is what you're projecting. This is how you live. And this is where all your gunk is. So do you want to start cleaning up that gunk, right? So how do people perceive us? People perceive us anyway, but people are perceiving us through their own biases. So is it even real, or is it really fragmented?
Action points, very quickly, if we can have that, to eliminate bias on a personal level, that every individual can take that today and say, this is going to be my action plan. What can I do? Are there 3 or 4 things that we can do? And be very honest.
Right. So 1, start talking about the biases. Start discussing them and start breaking them down. And start asking yourself, is it really true? Is it true that I'm a Kikuyu and that Luos are less than I am? Is it true? Of course it's not. So when you start looking at a bias and you start questioning it, the answer you're going to get is it's not true. So if it's not true, then why do I believe it? And I need to stop believing it. All right? So maybe I need to go and make a friend out of a Luo who shows me I am wrong. Right? Doesn't that disintegrate that whole situation? So start discussing biases, start interacting and sharing and saying, I think this is my bias. I mean, how liberating is it? How liberating is it for me to tell you, Yvonne, I've been afraid all this time because I have this bias and I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do about it. Can I talk to you about it? And we talk about it and you say, you know what? This is my bias. And then before you know it, it's not a big deal. And then we start dissolving them. And that's the only way, saying, all right, this is not good for us, so let's get beyond it. And then you can also get help by saying, if I do this again, please, will you hold me accountable?
Right.
Will you call me on it?
Exactly.
I am open to being called on. And a lot of my work revolves around the fact that people have to start being honest and calling people and saying, this ain't working, you better stop, because it's creating this, that, and the other. Does that work for you?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you want to give me one of your biases quickly before we go?
Well, having the tables turned. No, I think the greatest one for me is with the work we do. We work in the media as young women, and therefore we are a certain way in terms of our morals and what we are willing to do and with whom and for what. So I've had that question a lot. How did I get here?
Oh, so in
On the
reality,
seat.
did you sleep your way here?
Thank
Sorry,
you. There you-
there's no other way of saying it.
That's why you should say it for me. Yes,
Yes.
did I sleep my way here?
And you didn't.
No, I did not.
I
Absolutely.
mean, the little I know about you,
Do
I
I
don't
look
think
like the
so.
type?
Not only just look, you don't look. You could look the type.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
that's
go.
another bias.
There you go.
could look the type because you like to wear a certain type of clothes. It's not about
Yeah.
looking. I think from the conversations we've had, you have set principles and values. And the more we talk about this, the more informed you're getting as
Yeah,
well, right?
Yeah.
And I think that you're very clear that if anybody had to ask you that,
Well,
you may even consider whether you want to stay in this space,
there you go.
right?
Absolutely.
So in case anybody out there has more information than I do, please give me a call after.
I'll prove you wrong.
No, but I don't think
yes.
that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And again, this goes back to a bias that women are not good enough to be in positions that allow for expansion unless they've done something immoral.
Horizontal. There you go. So that's one of the things. And for me, it's just, and people always say, but well, you should defend yourself. And I say, well, no, not really. I mean, I know I didn't do it. So, and it doesn't matter how much I tell you. If that's what you want to believe, what can I do about it?
So I hope everyone out there who believes that women work their way up by sleeping their way through will change that bias.
Yes, hopefully. And for everyone else, you shouldn't have to defend yourself, I think.
No. You don't have to justify
If someone says
who you
people
are.
from the Luya community, and it was said, are cooks and watchmen, and you're told, you're a Luya, you people are cooks and watchmen, and you're not a cook. So?
What's the difference between that and the Indian caste system? Is that what we're bringing in here? Wow. We have to break it up.
Yes, we absolutely do. Thank you so much. We've got the action points. We've got quite a good amount of feedback, I think, from our viewers this morning. So this is great, and we'll definitely keep doing this. You see, it's finally having an effect, having these discussions every month.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Tazim.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Tazim Elkington, we've been speaking with her about biases and how they are formed, if they're at all beneficial, and in our discussion, they're absolutely not. But the thing about it is, like she said, your action points, sit down and be brutally honest with yourself. If that is not quite easy, because it is easier said than done, ask the people around you that interact with you and that love you the most and say, what do you think I'm biased against? Start to address it. Because these little biases that we have between us, guess what? That is what equaled post-election violence in 2007. If we're not careful, that's exactly what happens. People who are biased against others are hardly ever the successful ones, are hardly ever the ones at the top of the food chain or at the top of the economic chain, whatever it is. But all these biases that we have take us absolutely nowhere. And that's what we're talking about today. So try that exercise out for yourself and see how that goes. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for your calls. Nancy, Peter, Timothy, Aaron, including the Chief Justice himself, Dr. Willie Mutunga. We thank you very much for calling in and for inciting us, or rather giving us more insight into, what biases exist in the country. Are you up to the task? What is your bias? Ask yourself that question this day and try to address it from now on. My name is Yvonne Okwara. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.